All right. Welcome, everybody. This is the first live stream of 2026. Scalping the NQ at NY Open. Let's get a screen up. Nice split screen. How is everyone doing? How was their New Year's? Let me know in the chat. Oh, I've already got people in the chat. Amazing. Didn't even realize. Good morning, Maestro. Legend Don says. Shivam says, hey, Sammy, good morning. I'm Phaeton says, what's up? How's everyone doing? How was your New Year's? It is freaking cold here in the UK, man. I have like a heater warming me up. Wearing a hoodie and everything. It is freezing. I've got I don't know, man. It's like icy outside. I'm just going to mark up the charts using the volume footprint. Let me actually not extend left, extend right. There we go. How's everyone doing? Awesome. Trina says, good morning. A Racing Coalition. Hey, you made me update to premium on TradingView for footprint charts. Time to learn. I should have sent you an affiliate link. Made some commission. Good morning to everyone as well. Jack Chrysler. Hi, everyone. Michael. Hello. Dion Baker. Good morning. It's my first time here. Dion, nice to see you. Hopefully we have a good trading session to start 2026, right? What a bullish market we've opened with. So I'm just going to mark out any of these gaps. So all I do is take a leg. If I just make this a little bit bigger. We're about to open in a minute. That's as big as I can make it, unfortunately. But any kind of leg up, down. So we've had this, big push down for, a few days. I'm just marking out any gaps in volume. So you can see, obviously, here the volume is really small. Here's a big gap, a big amount of volume. And then we had this kind of drop off. So essentially, any low volume trapped between heavier volume, those are my areas, right? So I'll be looking for a rejection. Okay. So essentially, I've got two areas. I'm either looking to buy at the bottom here, which happened about 10 minutes ago, but I wasn't there yet. And then I'm looking to potentially sell at the top here. All right. Well, woke up really bullish on open. Damn. All right. Let's see what we get here. So we're going to let the market cool off a bit. Just looking at the chat. So lots of buyers coming in. Nothing too spectacular yet. The volume is actually quite low and still to be expected. I mean, most people are on holiday, even though technically it's a trading day. You know what I mean? It's not really a proper trading day. Second week of January is usually when the market really picks up again. So I'm not expecting huge volume today, but again, I'm going to kind of feel like we're going to be trapped in a little bit of a range, at least for a while, maybe just between these two kind of areas. I would love, though, to short the market. If we get to the top here to do a nice short, that would be amazing. So hopefully that happens. It looks like it might do. A lot of buyers, again, coming in, 250 contracts. All right, here's a bit more volume now coming in, 240. Back down, sell pressure. Oh, they reloaded. Look at that. There's a real battle at the top here. Buyers reload. Sellers are instantly pushing them down. They were up at about 250. Look, we're back down to 85 now, back to 100. So sellers are putting in quite a bit of volume. They might, and they're pushing it down a bit, but nothing worth taking yet. It's still a bit too hectic for me. Awesome. Legend says, best decision you could have made. I did the same and it opened my eyes. I learned to see absorption with naked eye, but it was a feeling. With footprint, I could see the numbers. Exactly. Oh, damn, I really should have taken that short. That absorption there. That really pushed the market down. Okay, well, let's see what happens now when we get into this area. Potentially buyers might step in. If they don't, it's absolutely fine. All right, we're in that area. I'm going to be so quick, this market. This is the only thing when it's just at open, it moves so quick. By the time you see it and you're ready to enter, it's already moved quite a bit. So we do want to let it calm down just a little bit. But you can see those buyers trying to come back in. Again, there's not really that much sellers pulled at the bottom. So I don't think the absorption is that big at the moment. All right, 123 contracts. It's a trickle, but it's not a huge amount. I want to see bigger numbers, to be honest. I want to see bigger numbers. This is not, it's not perfect yet. The sellers are still far more aggressive than the buyers. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we break that area, actually. Is there any other area? Oh, there's loads of them. All right, the next one down would be all the way down here next to the point of control as well. So that will definitely have a very good reaction. But let's see. I'm itching to get a trade in. What kind of points are we looking at on these candles? Just so I kind of get a range. 20 points. Okay. Yeah, one mini is fine then. All right, there's some trapped sellers. Let's see. It's moving so freaking quick. Slow down. Sellers are absorbing. Let's see if those buyers at 150. They look all right, to be fair. But they're getting, they look a bit trapped. Nah, I'm going to hold it. I'm going to wait. It's weird because sometimes you have feelings as well. When you've done it for so long, you just kind of get these little gut feelings. Sometimes it just doesn't feel right. For some reason, this buy doesn't feel right to me. And I can't pinpoint exactly why, but it just doesn't feel right to me. So I'm gonna wait. Spider senses, yeah, pretty much. Come on, do something. I think we might break this area. Yeah, we're going back into it again. Let's see. What I ideally want to see is bigger sellers at the bottom. I mean, 220 is not bad. So there are like trapped sellers at the bottom of that candle. And I would say they probably left the market around here. But there isn't, it's just not enough for me. Yeah, see, there's like a trickle of buying coming in, 20 contract, but it's not good enough. You know, at the top here, remember, this was negative 250, that was negative 250. And it closed at plus 140, plus, sorry, no, it was the other way around, sorry. It was positive 250, positive 250, and it closed, you know, plus 140, plus 140. So there was just a lot of, you know, sellers instantly, boom. All right, now we're getting a bit bigger, back down to 40. Okay, that's not bad, actually. That's not bad. If a bit of buy pressure comes in, I might go in for a quick buy. Maybe back to the point of control. I'm going to have a stop literally here. Just because, again, I saw it back to 100. But I'm very aware that this could, you know, in this area here, we could reverse very quickly. So I have to finger on flatten instantly. Let's see what happens. 59. Oh, big sellers coming in. I'm taking the money quickly. As soon as I saw the 92. I'm not messing around when we're in a tight range. I'm just going to bag little bits until I see something a bit better. I'm going to be very cautious. Okay, there's the big buyers coming in. All right. I was a bit too cautious, but I'd rather be very cautious when the market's like this than, you know, miss out on a few extra points. But all right, now we've finally got a bit of, you know, bigger buy pressure come in there. 250, 190. Let's see how effective they are at pushing this market up. Ideally, I don't want to really trade near this point of control, right? During this whole kind of range area, I don't want to be in the middle of that range. You always want to be more on the extremes of the market, right? If you're looking to short the market, you want to be higher up. If you're looking to buy the market, you want to be lower down than average. But yeah, look, the buyers never followed through. So this area is pointless. It's going to be very up and down until someone wins. Someone will win, but I can't tell you who it will be yet. It's very, look at that. And the buyers come. It's very hard to trade a market like this. So when it's, you know, very sort of up, down, choppy and skitsy, best thing to do is just hold back, let it figure out what it wants to do out. Because essentially all you're seeing here are just larger, I wouldn't say massive institutions, but larger participants, maybe a couple of hedge funds, who knows, medium size institutions battling it out a bit. All right, let them battle it out. One of them's going to win. We don't know who yet. But it won't, when they're, you know, when this battle's going on, becomes very, as a retail trader, you can get caught up in these kind of moves where, you know, you might buy at the top here and then instantly it's wick and then it comes back and you're like, oh, it frustrates you so much if you get caught on the wrong side. The worst part is you'll start emotionally trading and you're like, no, I got to make it back. And you jump back in and then you get chopped up again. And then before you know it, you're down $1,000 and you're like, oh, what the hell just happened? It took like 10 seconds and I lost everything. It happens all the time, man. Awesome stuff. Look at this live stream. This is amazing. 47 people watching right now. This is the most amount of people. 49. Wow, it's the most amount of people I've ever had on my live. So honestly, thank you all for joining. It's like a brand new channel. I'm truly blown away by the response that everyone had. Let's see if this gap has been filled yet. Yeah, okay, so this gap that was originally a gap, you can see now because of all that volume that was traded in it, it's now a lot higher. The gap has now moved down one level down. So this is the next area where potentially we could dip in. If we see a lot of trap sellers, I'll go in for a buy again. All right, what's happening here? 120, I'm getting ready to potentially buy. 150, we're at 180, 130. Oh, it's just moving too damn quick. Slow down. Slow down. 105. It's still not a great amount of contracts. 130, 178. Here we go. We're getting a bit bigger. 200. All right. Back to 190, 200, 70, 100. They're pulling up in that area. Oh, all the way back down to 150. Let's see if any buy pressure is coming in. Buyers are absorbing that area. I'm going for a quick buy potentially. Let's see if we can extend a little bit up. And realistically, I've got my finger on flatten. My stop is going to have to be, it's kind of hard to gauge exactly where you stop. Realistically, should be below this area, which would be, I'll be flat on the day. That's not bad. I can handle that. If I get stopped out, it's not a big deal. I'm just waiting for a bit of buy pressure to come in. Come on. Come in. There it is. Oh, it's so choppy. I've got my finger on flatten still. Any absorption from the buy side, I need to get out. Come on, buyers. Add contracts. The hell are you doing? Come on. They're getting absorbed, these stupid. Come on. Bit more. Add volume. Where's the volume? It's not happening. It's not happening yet. Not happening yet. This is such a skitsy market, man. We're going to wait. Patience again. Andre. Happy New Year as well, Elmi. Andre. Oh, we got two Andres. Andre 3199. Thanks for all you're doing here. You're welcome. You're most welcome. I hope, you know, anyone watching this is useful. And I know it can be, you know, if you're new to order flow, this might look difficult at first, but believe me, like, spend a few hours a day just watching it, even if you don't trade, just watching the order flow, understand, you know, absorption concepts like that. And yeah, you'll be amazed at how quick. It's like learning a language. That's the best way I can put it. Like at first, it's just a jumble of random letters and it doesn't mean anything when you're reading foreign words. The moment you understand that language, your brain instantly converts those random letters into meaning, and it's no different to the footprint. Oh, finally the buyers are coming in a bit, but I don't want to front run yet. Nah, they're getting absorbed. This is still a very choppy market. The buyers and sellers are still fighting like crazy. It's not ready yet, in my opinion. Andre Fritz, Sup Sam, nice stream you've got going today. Yeah, amazing. 56 viewers. That is insane. I know that for big streamers, they're like, what the hell are you happy about? 56 viewers. Oh, look at this. Holy moly. All right, they came in freaking late. They took their time, didn't they? Why didn't they come down here when I was in my position? And I would have been very happy with that. Damn buyers taking their time. I am, though, a very early kind of trader. And what I mean by that is I prefer to kind of, like the little buy I took there, I prefer to jump in early, even though it wasn't confirmed, the move, really. I mean, it's never really truly confirmed. You know, anything can happen. But I jumped in a bit early to potentially catch that bigger move and have a tighter stop, rather than jump in, you know, once the big volume comes in, because you could have then, you know, theoretically jumped in here when all the big volume is and now try ride it to the top. But since it's such a choppy market, we've got this little high here, we've got the point of control. There's a good chance in this region, anywhere from, you know, here to here, you're going to get sellers coming in. They're going to fight. It's not over yet. For them, if you put yourself in a sell position as a seller, a lot of people be like, oh, it's a great place to sell. So you're going to get sellers come in, and you're seeing that. And if the buyers lay off the gas for whatever reason, you know, are spooked by the amount of sellers coming in, it's going to start dropping again. And, you know, essentially, it's not a nice, clear path to your target. Does that make sense? There's a lot of chop in the way. Because the market hasn't really figured out which direction it wants to go in yet. People are just disagreeing, you know. A lot of people want to sell, a lot of people want to buy. When the market's in agreement, yeah, then it moves nice and, you know, steadily to your, you know, like this little downward leg. Market was in perfect agreement. It kind of just steadily moved down. That's a great trade to hold. When it's like this, look at all these sellers coming in now near the tops. They're all trying to short it. Buyers are still, though, absorbing through that. This, annoyingly, in hindsight, that was a great buy, but what can you do? What can you do? What do I need to make? I need to make, my target is always 1,000 on the day, so I need to make just shy of 600. So 580 I need to make. I can do that. That's not a problem. My ideal trade today would be a short position, you know, in this area down. That would be my ideal trade. The volume's kind of dying off a bit. Let's wait for the next cycle. As we wait, I'll read some of the comments. Cherry's back. Hi, Sam. Good to see you, Cherry. Cherry's a long-time viewer as well. Legend says, how do you choose your, where to long and short? Okay, your points of interest. So let me zoom out for you, Legend. What I do, I'm on the 1 minute chart, right? I always trade 1 minute chart. I only ever look at a higher time frame if the trend is way too big and it physically doesn't fit on my screen. Then I might look, but for the most part, always the 1 minute. Oh, Jesus, look at this. Sorry, once I will come and explain it, but what the hell? Look at that buy volume coming in. Okay. All right. Now, if these buyers start failing, which they're not quite. Okay, we're in that area. Holy moly. All right, if the buyers start failing, this is a good short. Jeez, what the hell? 600 contracts. Look at the volume at the bottom here. 3,000 contracts. Buyers are looking like they might fail. I'm going in for a short preemptively again. But again, being very wary that at any moment, these buyers could come in heavy. If they do, it's absolutely fine. I'm just going to have my stop literally above this area. All right, there's the big chunk of buyers. I feel like I might get stopped out. There's just too much buy pressure here. But it's fine. Yeah, I got stopped out. It's absolutely fine. Holy crap. 600 contracts. Where is that coming from? That's insane, man. Okay, I need to update these. Holy crap. Like 600 contracts for the NQ is ridiculous. There's definitely... Okay, one thing to note here. When you have this much volume in the market, okay, let me turn this up to 20 so I can see it a bit bigger clusters. It makes it easier now. Buyers are going to be vulnerable. I'm still looking to potentially short, but I'm going to be a bit more wary now and wait for a bit more confirmation. I jumped in a bit too preemptively on the last one. So I'm 4, 7, 13. They're still reloading. Buyers are, just look at the amount of volume that's coming in on the buy side. All right, the last two candles, not that much, but there's still a lot of buy volume, but we're not pushing up anymore. This could be, I'm going in short. Come on. Did I hit sell? Why is it not exit? Okay, I hit sell ages ago. I don't know why it didn't execute, but that's annoying. I hit sell at the top of that candle, man. Come on. Don't play with me here. I got a lot of slippage. Now, again, finger on flatten. I am looking for sellers to squeeze these buyers out and take advantage of them. I mean, realistically, again, I'm going to have a stop at the top here, which is a little bit higher than I originally wanted, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. These sellers look like they might be. I don't like the fact that 152 sellers at the bottom here. I do not like the 150 sellers at the bottom there. I need to see these buyers fail now. If they do not fail, I am getting out. They are. Come on, sellers. They're reloading. These buyers are aggressive as hell. Now, gone. Instantly out. Jesus. All right. No big deal. That area is well and truly cleared. I was expecting these buyers to have their positions get advantage, basically sellers take advantage of the buyers, right? When there's too much volume in the market, other institutions notice it and they try to take advantage of it. But we're going to find the next area. That area just unfortunately couldn't quite hold. Let's move it down a bit. It's kind of moved a bit. Are we at all-time highs? We can't be. Let me check. We can't. Oh, no, we're nowhere near. All right. Where are we? Oh, okay, we got a huge trend there. So I'm going to update this volume profile to be all the way. Come on. There it is. All right. I can get rid of this area here, and I can update it to here. Let me just make that perfect. Come on. There it is. All right. Back to the 1 minute. It does this stupid thing where it doesn't load the volume profile then. Come on. Where is it? Bear with me 2 seconds while I try. Don't tell me the sell pressure's coming in now. Wait for 1 second. Let me update that. The only problem with the fixed range volume tool is you have to keep manually updating the damn damn areas. There it is. All right, cool. That's sorted. All right, let's zoom in. Come on. Get back. Okay. Oh, we almost got to that area. All right, cool. Let's see. Let's make this a bit smaller. This could be the sell. This could be the trap. Ideally, it was higher up here. I think, you see now, there's two ways this could go. We could either break through this area, which it looks like we might do. That's really annoying, man. They're taking advantage of the buyers now. I got in too early. This freaking little algo move got me out, and this is the move I wanted to catch. All that buy volume is getting squeezed out now. Fuck. That's really pissed me off. I missed it. Oh, shit. Yeah, of course. Nadine, the manufacturing PMI numbers came out. Oh. Legend, good. Good that you took a sell on that. Oh, that is hilarious. You're absolutely right. Fuck, yeah. It was the manufacturing PMI numbers that came out that did a little push, and then I completely forgot it was 245. Yeah, of course. All right. It's no big deal. All right. Sellers are at the bottom of this candle. I'm just trying to find clues whether this is still a short or if that was just a little retracement. Just trying to find any clues. I still think it's more on the short side. It's not giving me anything yet. Come on, you bastard. 80, 39. Buyers are still quite effective, annoyingly. Nah, I'm gonna wait. See, it's itching for me to sell. But what I don't like are these basically 300 contracts, the 150 or 250 contracts at the bottom here. I don't like that. They haven't been squeezed out the market yet. But my stop, if I get in, my stop is going to have to be here, which is not terrible. Fuck it. Let's go in. I still think they're going to squeeze out all those buyers. There's just too much volume in this damn market. I just hope we don't get any of these stupid algos coming in on this thin book. It's such a skitsy market. Look at this. Skitsy as hell now. These sellers are trapped. And they're refusing to come back in. These buyers are more efficient at this moment in time. Look, it's all red, and we're still going sideways. I think it will drop, just not yet. Yeah. All right. I'll have my stop here. It's absolutely fine. I am getting slightly chopped up here. Yeah, look at this. All sell pressure. And the candle's still quite bullish. The sellers are just not efficient at this moment in time. I do think it will drop. But whether it will do it before, I need to see something good from the sellers now. Otherwise, I'm losing faith and I have to wait. And I think we're going to be in a range. All right, let's see if the sellers can break below these lows here and actually have some kind of extension. Look, buyers are coming back in. Come on, extend down now. Give me some serious sell pressure coming into the market. Squeeze these buyers out. Come on. They're just faffing about at the bottom. Come on. Come on. 30 contract. Well, what is this? This is baby volume. They're trying to fight through, like all these silly buyers here are trying to protect that area, which is understandable. You know, you've got this whole massive candle here full of whoops, what am I doing? Full of buyers, right? They're all trying to protect their damn position. Sellers are pulling up and they're making themselves vulnerable. But I need to see, okay, 100 contracts, not terrible. That's it, another 100. I want to see buyers drop out the market, but they're getting absorbed instantly. I think we might enter a range here. A little range up and down potentially. And since my stop is basically at the top of the range, I don't think it's a good idea to, yeah, I'm going to get out. I'm going to wait for, come on, flatten. I'm going to wait for this range to play out. I think we're in a range here. And my entry was at the bottom of the range, which is not great. So I would want an entry more higher up at the range. So I'm going to wait for a drift up, see buyers fail, then I can jump back in. Let's see what we're saying. The Wayfarer. You can just click extend right in the settings. You don't have to do it manually. Are you kidding me? You can do that all the time. Why are the settings not coming? Oh, here it is. No, I don't see extend right, sadly. Do you know that trading view footprint is not accurate? No, this is a common misconception, guys. Trading view footprint, as long as you're trading, as long as you have a CME subscription, all right, this is coming from the CME exchange, all right? This volume is not tick volume. This is the actual traded volume, all right? If you're doing it on like a forex pair, NQ or sign, not NQ, sorry, like the NAS 100, like the CFD version, that will be tick volume. But if you're doing it on an actual CME future, then yeah, it's coming straight from the exchange. I had it confirmed by TradingView. Sometimes when you see like, let me see if I can give you an example. Right, it didn't happen, but believe me, I've double checked it with Sierra charts as well, straight from the CME exchange. It's all good. It is real volume. It's just every platform calculates it a little bit different. It's to do with speed and things like that. All right. Yeah, the sellers just couldn't. Again, it was all red, loads of sell volume. They couldn't push it any more down. That's why I was losing faith in that trade. I do still think at some point, more at the top here, we're going to have a drop. The buyers defended all right. Okay, look, sellers are coming back in, but it's just in a random midpoint. It's not really where I want to be selling. Ideally, I want to sell here. This is the area I want to sell. Here. And I want to sell back down to here. Come on. Push that market up. Oh, sugar cubes. Look at all that sell volume coming in. I'm not chasing it. I'm going to wait. Let's go. Let's see what the Cruz Anthony wait for the range to play out. they're going to go higher. They could absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It could push it up. There's still a lot of disagreement on this market at this moment in time. Buyers, sellers, whatever. That the market isn't. It still doesn't have a clear direction. Let me look at the. Okay, so this area is well and truly played out. Push that down there. I just want to see. That's definitely a short up there. I need it to go higher. I need it to go higher. I need to see a bunch of buyers trapped at the top here and then go for the short. I think here we just got this kind of ranging motion. Volume from both sides, but they're struggling as much as each other. It's not really a clear winner in terms of the volume and efficiency of the market. We're just kind of playing around in this area. Cruz asks, why you sell there? Oh, okay, why would I sell here? Because it's a gap in volume, but a longer term one. So from this whole move down we had, I don't know if you can see it, from the top all the way down to where we are now, basically. You've got all these little gaps that get formed, right? Low volume trapped between heavier volume. And those areas react extremely well with the market. And those are just basically my areas. So this was one as well. This is one now. It's been formed. I mean, we almost got to it. We were a few points away. I mean, technically, you could kind of argue we pretty much were at that low volume node. How many points away were we? Shit, it's only 5 points, actually. Give or take 5 points. I mean, it's not going to be on the dot perfect. That's not bad. You could argue that we did tap into that low volume node. The sellers are flushing down now. I'm expecting buyers to reject in this area here. Oh, this heater's. Turn it off. Put it down here. Oh, it's getting warm now. I had a heater blasting me for ages. Check out 1223 point of control. The point of control for 23rd of. Let me do it on TradingView actually, because it's a little easier. Point of control for, what was it, the 23rd? Yeah, 23rd of December. Let's have a look. Let's go to 15-minute. Where are we? You know what? If I just open up the session point of control, you can see it then. 23rd, the point of control is all the way down here. I'll draw a black line. Let's move it. Okay, yeah, we're on the dot there, yeah. We are bang on the point of control back from the 23rd. Let's go to the 1 minute real quick. Set this back up. Yeah, this is a very. It's all right. We're just going to be patient. We'll wait for that. Again, it's just a lot of disagreement here. Buyers, sellers are both very aggressive. They're all being. No one's willing to let go yet, which is fine. which is absolutely fine. We're just going to have to wait. I just really want it to get higher. I just want it to get up there because I know that would be a great short. I feel like the sellers are just going to break through these damn areas. And then I've got to wait. Point of control is going to have a bit of a reaction, but nah, I'm pissed. I missed that move down, man. I'm really pissed I missed it. Yeah. It's all right. You miss moves sometimes. It's not a big deal. Let's see what the chat is saying. How's it going? Sandy Cheeks. How's it going, boss? You're being watched by 20 people in the Discord. Make us that bread. Oh, man. Putting pressure on me here. No, that's good. That's awesome, man. What is a I know what Discord is. What is VC? Discord VC channel? Something channel? Oh, voice chat. Okay. I could have figured that out, to be honest. Tobet says anchored volume profile automatically updates. Use that instead of fixed. Yeah, no. Of course, anchored is good for like day, for the whole session. But the reason I use the fixed is because I like to draw it from the beginning of a move. So like this move where the trend, the upward movement started, I draw it from the beginning of the upward movement to where we are now. Just gives me those zones a little bit better. I don't know why they can't just make the anchored volume. I mean, I guess that defeats the point of the anchored volume, doesn't it? If it automatically updates, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I don't have to update it like every minute, obviously, but once like 10 minutes has passed, just drag it along again. All right. These frickin' sellers took control. You could have just taken control a little bit before, right? When I was in the market, right? They had to do it. They had to do it then. These damn sellers. Yeah, sellers are potentially trapped. I mean, we've got the point of control here. I would go in short if we have a push up back into this area and I see trap buyers. I will go in short. Try and catch this move, but nah, didn't happen. Didn't get the pullback yet. Yeah, you see, annoyingly, to be fair though, when you see high volume, like this move up, like this ridiculous amount of buy volume, everyone and his dog sees that. And they're all like, someone's vulnerable. Because you're gonna get people take advantage of you. Right? The market, that's essentially it. It's a zero-sum game. People will take advantage of you. And they'll try to squeeze you out the market. Normally, like 8 times out of 10, the moment, that buy volume, it kind of stops drifting up and it starts slowing down. And then you get that, sudden push down to take advantage of all those buyers and squeeze them out. This time we just had this one freaking candle come in. These stupid buyers come in one last time just to push a little bit up, and then instantly the sell. This is what should happen, right? Lots of buy volume, then the sell volume come down. This is what should happen here, but it just went up a little bit more, and then I missed it because I was updating the freaking volume profile, and before it was already too late. But oh well. There'll be another opportunity. Let's let these sellers make their move, and then we'll jump back in. After seeing that point of control, 12-20 range, I'm not seeing higher again. I'm more favoring lower. Yeah. No, I've had a short, you know, bias around. I just wish it tapped into this area, man. That would have been really, really nice. If it did double topped, you know, I would have loved that. A double top, you know, just boop, and then the move start. That would have been absolutely fantastic. That would have been the icing on the cake for me. But it does what it does, right? You can't. Sometimes it would just be a little bit off. Tobit says, no, it does what you want, starts where you want. Okay, so the set, well, holy sugar. Jeez, every time I look away, what is... I keep missing all these moves, man. I would never have taken that, obviously, but I'm just saying, damn. Every time I look away, all of a sudden, a giant candle appears. All right, look, ton of sellers have just come in. Let's see if buyers take advantage of them. Let me move this to 24. These candles are becoming so big. I need to make the clusters bigger. Or are these sellers now full in control? We're trading below a gap. Is that gap now? Come on. It's still truly a gap. I would still be more on the short side on this, in this area, to be honest. I think this area is a true break. But I do want to see a bit of a drift up. Come on, just give me a little bit of a retracement to jump in. Just a little bit of one. Couldn't even move a few points up to give me an entry. Are you? All right, no, it's fine. I'll be patient again. I'll wait. All right, ton of sellers coming in. Let's get to this area now. Trap them and trade above them. Can we do that? Let's have a look. A racing coalition. I don't mean to rub it in, but I got the top of full sell 3K banked. Well, I'm glad someone caught it, man. Oh, here we go. All right. I am potentially looking to buy in this area. Just slow down a little bit, market. Get back in there. Don't go up yet. Come on. I didn't even get a chance to look at the damn order flow. Oh, come on. Go back in so I can see what actually happened. Come on. Go back in. I would like to buy. I'd like to potentially buy. But I'm not buying up here. I want to buy in here. Don't be an arsehole now. That's it. Come on, go back in. All right, we're at, okay, 200. I want to see something big. 300 contracts. All right, this is good. There's definitely some absorption happening because it's not going any lower, even at 400 contracts. There it is, 200. I'm in. Come on, buy. I click buy. Come on now. Just push up a little bit. I swear to God, if you stop me out here, I'm packing up for the day because this is going to just piss me off now. Don't you dare, market. Come on, there's definitely absorption happening here. Let's get some buyers into this area. Are you freaking kidding me? Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you freaking dare. I'm still not at minus 1,000. I either make 1,000 or lose 1,000. I got one more trade in me. I've got to time this right now. I swear to God, if you drift up now, I am so done. I'll be so pissed. Just chill. This market is so skitsy. Chill out. All right. 300. It's still getting absorbed in that area. I jumped in a bit. I got such slippage there. This better be the move up. Come on now. Come on, buyers. Nah, it's not ready yet. If we get below that 298, so 578, where is it? 578. 578. This is realistically the last trade I'm going to take. Otherwise, I'm going to lock out for the day. Come on, extend. Where are you, buyers? Come in. I got such freaking slippage on that move, man. I'm getting such slippage. I'm done for the day, man. I've hit a K. Not my day today, man. Not my day. Not my day at all. It is beating me up. I gotta let this market calm down. These sellers are obsessed. I could come back. Actually, no. We'll wait a little bit. We'll wait. Let's update this. 1 second. This is just moving erratic as hell. It is jumping, gapping levels. Let's go here. I don't want to start 2026 on a losing day, but it's fine if I do. It's not a big deal. I had one losing day last month. And what an absolute, this is just insane. This is ruthless today, man. It's all right. It's all good. I will say I have one more trade in me. I did 40 something thousand last month. I can do 1,500 loss today. It's not a big deal. I'll have one more trade if we get into that area. If not, then I'm done. I'm thugging it. Funded Lucas. I just blew 3 top step XFAs in this trade. I'm thugging it out. I don't care. I'm locked in. Yeah, no, sometimes you get chopped up, but you gotta, you just have to go with the flow on it. The market today is very, very. I'm just pissed I missed that fucking short, man. That short was. Never mind. Come on. Let's get a bit lower. Let me just double check a few things here. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's fine. Ooh, that's a beautiful gap. Let me draw that out. How did I never spot that before? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got one more trade in me. I got one more trade. Let me just check what the cumulative is real quick. Where was the open? 230 plus 4,000. Okay. The cumulative is going back on flat on the day. I know what's happening. All right. This is fine. This is okay. I've got one more potential buy in me here. I want to see this drop to about 0. Get a little bit lower. Come on, a little bit lower. I want to see a shit ton of volume come in. Here it is. 160. I want to see the buyers come in now. Come on. 42. All right, I'm going in. Come on, I'm getting such slippage. I clicked like 5 seconds ago. And now the slippage I'm getting, man, this is freaking ridiculous. I clicked when we were in here. I got 10-point slippage, man. Absolute freaking joke. That is a lot. 10 points is a lot to get, to sacrifice. But it's fine. All right. I need to see buyers come in and trap these sellers just a little bit. I am front running it, but this is the last line of defense. If we break through here, realistically speaking, then we're pushing down. Like, this is a downward market. It's a downward market. This is a true sell-off, man. This is a true huge sell-off. We're done for the day, but this is a massive sell-off. This is more than just a range anymore. We've just done, this is a genuine proper sell-off. Holy crap. I'm at 24, that's fine. All right. Yeah. I think we're in a proper sell-off. Like, I'm talking like a proper short day. There's nothing stopping these sellers. Nothing at all. The last time I saw this kind of volume was back in, when was it? Back in April. I saw similar kind of levels of volume. I mean, you're not going to see it on the footprint anymore, obviously, because it doesn't show you that far back. But 4-hour chart, I could probably scroll back to it. Last time I saw something similar was like near the beginning of this massive downward move. We've got, I mean, it's not that big, because I remember that was like 1,000 contracts per level being traded instantly. But we're about 50% of the same kind of volume being traded. All right, maybe not 50%, but we're seeing like 400. Hell, I saw 600 earlier. We're seeing similar amount, like huge contracts for the NQ. And if it just keeps going, the sellers are so effective. They're not slowing down at all. This is more like jump in short and see how far it can ride down type thing. Trail the hell out of it. But I wouldn't. There is technically this low here still that it has to break through. But look, it's broken through so many. One second. Let me just, I'll get to the chat in a second. There's a gap. Was there a weekend gap or like a, oh, are you fucking kidding me? Are you joking? How did I not see that? Where's the, oh, are you freaking kidding me? There's been a gap all along. Not a weekend gap, but obviously between the holiday. Of course, it's coming to fill the freaking gap. How did I not notice there was a massive gap in the market? Of course, it's going down to fill the gap. Jesus. How did I not see that? It was being covered up by the freaking volume profile tool. I did not notice there was a huge gap there. Yeah, of course, it's coming off to fill the gap all this time. Okay, but the good thing is, once it gets to this gap, we'll see what happens when it fills it. This is fine. This is fine. Let's make this, 24 is fine. All right. Legend, we full port longs on gap fills. Yeah, no, gap fills are great, man. Every time there's a weekend gap, like it's Christmas morning. Because, you know, once it gets to that gap, like, I don't know what the statistic is, but someone did a statistic analysis once. I can't remember who, but someone did it. And let me just move this to 1 minute again. And they basically said, like, the outcome of the statistics or whatever was, I think it was like 85% or something of all gaps get, like, the rejection of like a weekend gap or something was ridiculously high. So yeah, gaps are great. Like daily gaps, weekend gaps, beautiful. Especially a weekend gap. Did you pay for real-time data? Solana says, did you pay for real-time data? Yeah, of course. Yeah, real-time data. You can, where is basically, if you go on tradingview.com, like the actual website, not the chart, obviously, scroll right to the bottom, you'll see the it'll say like real-time, like CME futures, something like that. It'll say right at the bottom, like where all the links are. That's where you can basically get the data. It's like, yeah. And I think for me, it's like £7 a month. It's not a lot. So for the US market, maybe like $10. I don't know. It might be different priced in the US, but at least for me, it's only like £7. It's not a lot. It's pretty good. All right, we're getting close to that gap. Let me see on TradingView where it is. Yeah. Sneaky little gap there. Let me just get rid of all the drawings. It's easier to see without. It's fine. Come on. There it is. What are you doing? There it is. Extend right. Let's go back to. Go back to the 1 minute. Beautiful. That looks tiny though. Why does it look so small on TradingView? 1 second. Something's not right. Why does it look so small on TradingView? On the yeah, no, that is right. That's weird. All right. Just looks different on the other chart. Let me see. Did I draw it wrong? Okay, apparently it's 13 points on. That's really weird. Why is that? Let me switch to the 5 minute real quick. Let me see what the hell is going on here. Oh, I drew it from. Okay, I see what I've done. All right. No, my mistake. Right. I've drawn it the 1 minute of where it stopped and the high. Okay, yeah, because I did it on the 5 minute, not the 1 minute. Okay, not a problem. That's fine. That is okay. This is no longer. I can just put that there. That's fine. I'm gonna move that there. Where is? It's fine. I can't bother to scroll all the way back. Okie dokie. Let's see this. Here we go. Back to footprint. All right, let's analyze. Let's make this a bit bigger so I can see it. So yeah, we kind of touched the gap already. Hi Lucas. We don't have to hit the gap. Buyers are trying to keep the daily body bullish and prevent it from staying bearish. Yeah, this is the thing. Sometimes they get so close and then it just... But I'm not seeing at the same time, apart from that candle there, where it's 1,340. But apart from that, I kind of want to see a bit more. Actually, no, you can see it. I'm talking absolute rubbish again. What am I doing? So we've moved sideways for the last 10 minutes. Yeah. All this area, we're in a little range. This is the move now. But I'm locking out for the day. I'm not risking anymore. I'm going to come back tomorrow. It's fine. But this is the move. This is the move up, I think, now, because we started off, in this area, minus 1,520 negative delta. Okay. Minus 1,520 negative delta. That's the cumulative session delta, right? So from the start of the session to where it is at that point, it was minus 1,520. And then we just kind of went sideways. Didn't go anywhere, right? And then towards the end, ignore this candle, this is the breakout, but we were at minus 2,560. So basically an extra 1,000 sell contracts came in here, which were absorbed, and that's the move up. And now you got that buy aggression come in and push the market up. So that's the move. Like I said, when I've locked out, I've locked out. I'm not gonna take the trade, even if it's once you hit your daily loss, that's it. Because otherwise, you just make the loss worse. You know what I mean? 1,500 is not that bad. You can come back from 1,500. Tomorrow I'll make 1,500. It's not a big deal. And then you have 1 or 2, 3 losing days a month. But as long as you have more winners than losers, which it's, generally you do, then that's fine. Then you've all right, yeah, tomorrow's Saturday, and then Monday, obviously. The next trading day, let's put it that way. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Be it magic, what footprint indicator is that? It's not an indicator, it's the actual chart type, right? So if you go where all the charts are, like where you can select, all the different line graph, whatever, volume footprint is there, but you need the premium trading view. That's number one. All right. And number two, you need a CME data subscription. There's a video on my channel where I show how you set it up. It's pretty easy to do. It's not difficult, right? So just click on the channel, scroll to my videos. You will see a video. I can't remember the title. It's like how to set up how to set up volume footprint on TradingView, something like that. It's the title, right? I couldn't figure out how to put the stats at the bottom of the footprint. Can you show me how to do that? Oh, yeah, easy. So if you just double click into the settings of the footprint, it's under show summary info, and then you want to do table, right? And then select whichever stat you want. I just have the delta percent, and the cumulative delta, right? But you can minimum maximum delta is actually quite a good one to have sometimes as well. Anchored volume profile. Sorry for being annoying. Seems as though it might help. Anchored volume profile. Let me check out the anchored volume profile. And is that the one that anchors based on what you see on the? Actually, I'll check it out. Tobit, because I think you might. There's a few ones, and I think you're right actually on that. Might be easier to use. But yeah, that gap at the bottom is what it wanted to test. Pretty much got to it. Oh shit! What have I done? Moving stuff about now. And yeah, the good thing about the session CVD, so the cumulative volume delta, the good thing about it is whenever you're in a range, like it is incredible to, if you see large, like a large imbalance within a range, so like this, right, where it was negative 1.52, and then 10 minutes later we're at negative 2.5. That's 1,000 extra sell contracts in that little range. We're going sideways. If it breaks out with heavy buy volume like it did there, that's usually a good indicator that, all right, we're going up. Let me see if I can show you. We haven't really had much of a range today. I mean, we had like a 4-minute range, but what was it? So yeah, I mean, the cumulative pretty much stayed flat in that range. Wasn't really, and then we didn't really have a range before that, like during session open. Obviously, we had in the pre-market, but pre-market is there's no point trading that. So this is kind of the area where you'd expect buyers to defend again. But that's yeah, I'm locked out for the day, so I can't trade anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, no, today the slippage, honestly, normally the slippage is like next to nothing. Like you get slippage, but today the slippage was insane, like 10 points or something. Like I would click buy or I would click sell and nothing would happen. And I'd be waiting. I'd be like, what the hell's going on? And then, no joke, 5-6 seconds later, then it would execute. The slippage, I don't know if that's, I mean, that's technically slippage as well, but I don't know if that's actually my PC slowing it down. Maybe from stream. I don't know. But either way, it was insane. It was really bad. And then I got like 10-point slippage at one point. So today was one of those days where you get slippage. I get what you're saying. Open a Discord, so there's no time difference. But even with that, you would have got slippage today. Like, there's going to be, it's just insane amount of slippage because the market is just gapping. Like the candles, it's calming down now a bit. Now it's a bit more calm, but earlier, my God, was it? Some of these candles, like where was it? Like this candle. I think it was this one, but there was a few of them. You know, where it just it gapped. Like the amount of price levels, it just boom. And this is set at 24 ticks per row, and there's 4 ticks in a point. So yeah, these are big clusters. These are 24 point 24 tick clusters, right? If you do it on, like, if you were to do it at 1 point a cluster, like this would look insane. Look at this. Yeah. So you see how it all says 29? Now that's all bullshit, right? Obviously 29 wasn't traded, wasn't the delta on every single level. So the reason it does that, TradingView, I actually contacted TradingView and asked them, because when I first saw that, I was like, what the hell's going on? Why? You're telling me that there was an equal amount of delta on every single point? That doesn't make sense, right? Like, I was, so I was a bit worried when I first got, because I used to trade on Sierra charts. That was the platform I used to use. But if anyone's ever used Sierra charts, don't get me wrong, really good platform, but incredibly difficult to use. Like even just navigating it, like moving it around, really hard. But it's a really good platform. So when I switched over to TradingView and I noticed like this would happen, I was like, what the hell's going on? Because that can't be right? Was the chances every single price level has the exact same amount delta? I was a bit worried, like, oh, maybe, maybe this is fake data or something. Turns out the way TradingView explained it, said it knows whenever the market gaps or like instantly blows through many price levels, right? TradingView will get like a lump like a lump amount from the CME, from the exchange, saying there was, 300 delta, for example, 300 negative delta in that area, or not even the delta, sorry, it'll get the buy and sell contracts traded, but it will have like a lump amount, but it wouldn't know the individual execution of each contract traded, because it would just come in one big, like, boom, like one big lump. So TradingView doesn't know where in this area the contracts were traded. It just knows how many buyers and how many sell contracts were traded, so it knows what the delta is, but it doesn't know the distribution of it because it gapped the market. So it just evenly distributes it, the delta, so it's just done an even distribution within that area. But that's essentially because the market jumped, and I actually found that quite interesting, because then I was like, okay, so what you're telling me is essentially TradingView can show you where the market gapped through the footprint as well now. Because whenever there's the same amount of contracts just in one area, like exactly like this, that is a huge gap that the market just, plummeted down. And if we ever go back into that gap, there might be a good trade opportunity, right? In fact, we're almost coming up to it. It will be interesting, but yeah. So I actually found that to be, although should be not a problem, but it should be a disadvantage for traders, right? Like, because you're not getting the exact execution level when the market gaps. I actually found that as a potential advantage, even though it's an error. Do you know what I mean? I hope that kind of made sense. Open a Discord. Yeah, I will open up a Discord. I had no plans to do that, but I'll get onto it and open up a Discord. Legend, you're an incredibly transparent professional trader. Much respect, brother. Doing what you do for us for free is mind blowing in this industry. I appreciate that, man. I just wished that today was a better day, but everyone gets losing days. You have these days where the market just, today was a mental day. The way the market sold off, man, that was insane. The amount of contracts traded, but it is. You get these kind of crazy days, but tomorrow you come back stronger, better. That's just how it is. Born again trader years ago made more for. Okay, he's talking about Sierra charts. Yeah. It's made for coders as well. Incredible platform. Don't get me wrong. If you're a coder or that type of person, oh my god, Sierra charts so streamlined as well. Like it doesn't take a lot of power or like resources. Does that make sense? Really, really good program, but you do need like an engineering degree just to navigate the damn thing. Like when I first ever set it up, I think it took me like 2 months to get it set up, because I had to watch tutorials every single day, hour-long tutorials of people going through every little thing. It just took forever to set up, but my God, is it a good platform. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. But a great platform. But that's why I switched over to TradingView. I know Sierra Charts is obviously the superior platform, like 1,000,000%. But for what I need, what I use it for, plus it's cloud-based, TradingView. Like you can just anywhere in the world, any computer, any laptop that you have, your charts are there. It's you just go onto the website, open the app, whatever. It is the future. And I think, to be fair, like the only really bad point of TradingView, it's like their depth of market is terrible. Absolutely sucks. It's just rubbish. The footprint is overall decent. I mean, when it first came out, it was okay, but they've added more settings. They've added the table. They've given you, profile view now. I like that you can manually adjust the ticks per row. That's really useful. I would like to see potentially a split footprint where you can have on one side like the delta, on the other side you can have, you know, total volume or whatever. But I wouldn't be surprised if they actually come out with that in the future. They're, you know, they're always drip feeding extra little features as it gets more popular. But overall, it has pretty much everything you need. And it's pretty quick. Like, it's not the fastest, but then again, that depends on the internet and your actual computer as well. That matters too. But overall, I would say it's just the easiest platform to use. I bet you could vibe code it with AI in less than a week now. Vibe code, yeah, AI is insane. Like I've tried to. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to create like a trading view indicator once, and I used ChatGPT to help me code it. And basically, all I wanted it to do was, whenever we're in a range, basically what I showed here, whenever we're in like a small range, just tell me the cumulative volume. No. I wanted it to do something else. That was a different one. I wanted it to, I can't remember exactly what I wanted it to do, but basically I wanted it to take some levels within the footprint and do some calculation to measure the efficiency of the market. So like how much it moved versus how much volume was traded, divide that, and then give me a percentage or something like that. But unfortunately, apparently, you can't get the, I can't remember exactly what ChatGPT said, but it can't read the individual clusters on the footprint, the code. So essentially, you can't code, like you can't make an indicator that, you know, highlight a really big cluster within a 1 minute candle on the footprint. You can't do that, or because it cannot read the individual clusters, which I found was a bit annoying. But that's why stuff like Sierra charts and all these programs excel, right? Because that's the sort of, you know, that's what it's made for. Full customizable. You can make whatever you want. One of the institutions I worked for, they used a version of Sierra. I mean, that's how I got into Sierra charts. But they used I say version of Sierra, but they did use Sierra charts. They just had their own custom, like, template, you could say, and they had their own kind of like bits built into it. But yeah, it was essentially Sierra charts. It looked a bit different than like the bog standard one you would, you know, download, but they were using Sierra charts. Like even institutions, and that was quite a, like, I wouldn't say it's a huge institution, but they were pretty big. You know, there'll still be a small fish in the grand scheme of things, but they were like a small to medium sized trading institution. They were using Sierra charts. I don't know what like BlackRock use. Like, I mean, they're on a whole nother level. They're using like quantum freaking computing or something. I don't know what that's like, another level of, you know, trading. That's so beyond the retail scope that there's no point even thinking about it. But yeah, like most smaller kind of trading institutions that probably have volume of, I think we were trading the volume, I wouldn't know the exact amount, but it wouldn't be uncommon for trades to hit into like 500 to 1 million position size. So again, you know, like relatively big numbers. And yeah, they were using Sierra charts, man. So it's an incredible software. Really is an incredible software. But yeah, I think fricking hell, look at these. The buyers try to take over. I think maybe we're going to the gap now. Are we actually going to touch the gap? I just want to see what happens when we get to the gap. Here we go. We're in. And instantly, look at that. It instantly turned blue, green. That initial, all those resting orders at the gap. The amount of limit orders that are just sitting at that gap because everyone's trying to buy the gap. Yeah, I mean, that was almost guaranteed to happen. Yeah, there it is, finally. But I think I've been on for just over an hour. I don't want these lives to be too, hour and a half. I think we're going to call it there, but do come back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a better day. The market will be a bit more calm. Started off 2026 like with a vengeance, the market. Jesus. But yeah, tomorrow hopefully be a bit more calmer, because it was just so erratic. Like the candle would just gap up and gap down like instantly. But yeah, have a great rest of your days, everyone. Oh, I keep saying tomorrow, Monday. You're right. You know what? This whole holiday break has messed up. Like, for some reason, it feels like it's a Monday today, because I've had so much like time off. Obviously, for New Year's, it feels like a weekend. Monday. You are absolutely right. Monday. I keep forgetting it's Friday today. Have a great weekend then, and I'll be back Monday, not tomorrow. And yeah, it'll be a better week, a better day even. But honestly, thank you all for tuning in. Absolutely amazing. Really, really do appreciate it. And yeah, have a great weekend. I'll catch you all Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. This freaking mouse has stopped working. All right. The mouse has ran out of battery, literally. Freaking plug it in now. I used a pad here. All right, take care, everyone.